Hello, my name is Eoin Kinnarney, Associate Professor at Rowan College, South Jersey. I'd like to take just a minute or two to tell you a little bit about some of our art courses offered at the Gloucester campus. And I'd also like to take a minute to show you some recent student work in a typical drawing class and also a typical introduction to digital photography class.
You don't have to be an art major to take our art courses. Maybe you're looking for an interesting elective course or simply ready to look at the world in a new way. In any case, our faculty are passionate about what they do and are eager to share it with you.
So I'd like to take a second to show you some recent work. Now, I picked two classes to show you some work from. So we're going to look at some student work in my drawing and digital photography classes.
Students work on a variety of projects during the semester and learn what makes for a dynamic image, whether it's a drawing or a photograph. Once photo students learn how to use their cameras, it's time to tackle some interesting assignments, from basic lighting and portraits to action shots and nighttime photography. Let's look at some recent work from our Introduction to Digital Photography class. Students learn and work with a variety of lighting techniques to create portraits that go way beyond just a mere snapshot. So here we have some natural lighting coming in from the side, and it produces some amazing results. Here's another portrait taken outside with natural light, but this time experimenting with various camera angles and points of view. Looking at things in new ways, here doing some macro photography, some close-up shots of water drops floating in olive oil.
Here we go, looking at some different sources of light and direction of light, and even different lighting temperatures and colors.
Here we see an example of some colorful flower shots that were edited using free software to create a vibrant montage. Here's a high-speed shot that freezes action, proving portraits don't have to be boring. Students learn about composition, how objects are arranged in the frame of the photograph, so they can lead the viewer's eye through the image. Here's an example of another photo montage, simple but quite effective. When we're able to return to campus, you'll see our photo students working inside and out on a variety of projects. Don't be shy, they're always looking for models. Practicing a little close-up photography is a great way to learn all about the different settings on your camera. It can result in some good shots. This could have been created in an art museum, but the figure is actually a tiny sculpture illuminated with a simple keychain flashlight. Our photography students learn about the visual elements, those things that make for more exciting images. In this case, looking for various textures in nature. Once students learn some of the basics of nighttime photography, they realize a whole new world opens up after dark. Here's another assignment that emphasizes textures and patterns, also working with black and white. Here's a fun assignment you can do in your own backyard. It deals with nature, but also depth of field. In other words, having a nice, soft, blurry background which emphasizes the sharpness of the subject. This is a dramatic shot that you can do at nighttime. In this case, you can have someone run around with a glow stick and take the photograph for a long exposure at night. Another dramatic nighttime shot, this time moving from the fields of South Jersey to Center City, Philadelphia. One of our students' favorite assignments is learning how to photograph food. In this case, one of our students set up 3 simple cupcakes, but went to the dollar store and came up with a 99-cent solution to an interesting background. Simple lighting, but it makes the food look delicious. Here's another nighttime shot, this time looking for reflections and creating a sense of space. How our eye moves, zigzagging from the foreground to the background. It's really about composition here. Here's a shot showing how to use simple lighting techniques to emphasize that a portrait can be much more than a mere snapshot. Here's a shot that emphasizes the movement of the bikers and plays up on the colorful patterns and shapes as well. Students look at images created by the recognized gurus of photography. In this particular shot, a student recreated a photograph by National Geographic photographer Steve McCurry with amazing results.
Here's one done right during class time. The student took a self-portrait and superimposed a shot of the Roadrunners baseball team going on during class time. Real soft light and filling the frame for a dynamic self-portrait.
There's a shot from our black and white assignment. Sometimes bright colors can actually be a distraction. Now let's take a look at some images created by our students in drawing class. You always have a model available when you want to create a self-portrait. Here's an example when we tackle some mixed media, in this case some watercolor and color pencil.
Here's another image with made with color pencil and with Sharpie markers, and actually looking through a glass block.
After we learn about the proportions of the head, we tackle portraits. In this case, we make portraits of kids living in group homes in countries across the world. It's called the Memory Project.
Here's a fun one. We call it the Time Frame Project, where students pick a period of history of any time and anywhere in the world and create an interesting illustration based on their research. This one's actually done for a project in art appreciation class, where we still have room to create hands-on assignments even though the class is 100% online. Here's another one from the same class. Here's a pen and ink drawing, and we can actually make our own drawing pens from materials found right on campus.
Here's another pen and ink drawing, this time with some marker over top. This is when we learn how to measure angles and proportions.
And sometimes drawing is just supposed to be fun, so here's one of our sketchbook assignments using complementary colors and color pencils. Food is always a great topic, whether we use it for models in photography class or in this case drawing class. Working with perspective never tasted so good. And here's another pen and ink drawing, just showing what you can do with interesting ways of drawing lines. Here's an example of one of our final projects. And not all still life drawings have to be boring, so absolutely filled with dynamic color.
Here's another example of a portrait made for the Memory Project. This one is heading out for a boy in Eastern Europe. Other drawings were sent to kids in South America, parts of Asia, and several countries in Africa. Our students make connections with people all over the world. Come join us and sign up for an art class at Rowan College, South Jersey. The experience will last a lifetime. So check out the RCSJ website for the course times that will fit your schedule and give an art course a try. So you've seen a little bit of work from our drawing and introduction to digital photography classes, but we have much more to offer. We have some art appreciation classes, art history, intermediate digital photography, introduction to Adobe Photoshop, and history of photography.
So, if you have any questions at all about our art courses offered at Rowan College, South Jersey at our Gloucester campus, contact me, Eoin Kinnarney, EKINNARN at rcsj.edu.
We hope to see you soon at an art class at Rowan College, South Jersey. Thanks for watching.